Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Les Brown's Motivational Monday Night Call, your place for hope and inspiration with world-renowned speaker, coach, author, and trainer, none other than Mr. Les Brown. We appreciate each and every one of you that join us every Monday night for a message of hope. Mr. Brown truly feels blessed and grateful that you take time out of your Monday night schedule to tune in and be a part of this call. As you know, as he travels and he speaks internationally and changes lives, when he's on the road, he sends only the best to be a part of the experience of each and every caller that dials in to get this message of hope. I do want to let everyone know that you can interact and get daily messages of inspiration from Mr. Brown by joining Facebook and going to his Facebook page. That's brown.les. That's brown.les on Facebook, close to 300,000 followers, and you can interact there with Mr. Brown. He has a message that he posts and interacts with those of you that are in the community because he's committed to doing this work and to changing lives. At the end of the call, I will also give you announcements on how you can connect with Mr. Brown at upcoming events, as well as connect with all of the Platinum speakers, part of his Les Brown Platinum Speakers program, that you can get a dose of motivation every single day of the week. So, once again, we are grateful that you're here, and we have a special treat for you tonight. Mr. Brown has an amazing daughter that some of you have heard before, and you've experienced her wonderful message. But I get to tell you a little bit about this amazing young lady. She is someone who is able to create delicious recipes for success that really surpasses the appetites of hungry, engaged, and inspired clients. She specializes in identifying the missing ingredients that are required to manifest a yummy life. Also, she is equipped with more than 15 years of dedicated work, research, and exceptional results in the human development industry. Her consulting and coaching and training firm, World Impact Now, continues to blaze transformational empowerment and leadership trails around the world in a very organic and practical and phenomenal way. She's quoted as saying, "Life is filled with accelerated change, pressing challenges, and a boatload of choices." And working with an array of tickled pink clients from the white, blue, and no-collar sectors, a core commonality found among us is our desire to achieve amazing results that speak for themselves. So as you can see, just from that brief little quote and description, she is someone who can really help everyone gain an all-access pass to the yellow brick road that leads to Successville, preferably with permanent residency as opposed to a visitor's permit. She's a no-nonsense, and her approach delivers clear solutions for successful living. It allows people to escape from the ongoing demands that haunt them daily and focus in on what's really required in order to attain that next level of great achievement and quality living. Now, clearly, as the daughter of Les Brown, she is beyond phenomenal, and being that she is the torch carrier of this motivational legacy, she is able to really ignite more than what one can dream for everyone that she works with. Her unstoppable willpower is just unparalleled. And through provoking client and effective balancing tactics, she is able to really create life-altering, enriching stories and really stress-releasing humor as some of the ways and techniques that she provides an experience, the Ona Brown experience. So get fired up, get energized, get refocused, get renewed today as you are available to really be inspired by Miss Ona Brown. Now, Ona is in demand all over the country. She runs a radio show every single Sunday night, and she is able to provide you with some special treats that she will be sharing tonight. But what I do want to do is let you know that in addition to hearing from Ona tonight, you're going to also hear about ways in which you can interact with some of our platinum speakers. So Ona's show comes on every single Sunday night, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want you to write down this information so you can connect with her, because I guarantee you, after you hear Ona's message, you're going to want to get more and more of Les Brown's Baby Girl. Join the conversation live at 404-355-8699, or you can log on to www.onabrown.com. That's www.onabrown.com. That's ONABROWN.com. And then on Tuesdays, you can really get a double dose of Les Brown's Platinum Speakers with Hot Soul Topic from the Soul Radio Show with Valerie N. Parker, and that's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can call in 760-913-4115 or go to blogtalkradio.com/Soul Topics, SOULTOPICS, or visit www.arisebyvnp.com. That's arisebyvnp.com. On the first and third Tuesdays of every month, you can hear from Evelyn Pope, a.k.a. Hartley, at www.blogtalkradio.com. Heart Talk with Miss E, MS and the letter E. 6 p.m. Pacific Time. The number is 424-675-8303, and you can visit www.talktomisсе.com. On Wednesdays, you can have the opportunity to connect with Sean B. Arnold for a free telecall at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, and you can go straight to www.businessbootcamponline.com, and you can get weekly podcasts delivered right to your inbox. And if that's not enough, you can get a double dose of attorney Sean B. Arnold, and that is at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on Blog Talk Radio, www.blogtalkradio.com/Legal Biz Cafe. That's Legal B-I-Z Cafe. Trish Talks is also available on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, www.intentionradio.com/Trish, TRISH-talks. On Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can join Belton Showell for Selling as a Profession radio show, and you can reach him and listen in at 917-889-7881. That's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Selling as a Profession with Belton Showell. And you can visit BeltonShowell.com. That's BeltonShowell.com for further information. Also on Thursday, Show Up for Your Life free motivational call with Annie Enriquez, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The dial-in number is 712-432-6100, PIN number 114431 #, or visit showupforyourlife.com. That's SUFYL.com for further information. And if that's not enough, ladies and gentlemen, you can connect with Anita Hicks for a free one-on-one coaching. You hear her voice as of this Monday night call as well, and you can visit www.AnitaHicks, that's www.AnitaHicks.com, or send an email to Anita@AnitaHicks.com for additional information. Mr. Brown will be live in New York on March 15th, 2014 at the Brooklyn Marriott, and I'll be announcing how you can register for that event if you are on the East Coast and want to see Mr. Brown live. He is only doing a certain set of engagements for 2014, so you definitely want to make sure that you are a part of this one if you're in driving or traveling distance. So, as you can see, Mr. Brown is quite busy, and are all of his platinum speakers. But I talk about that amazing daughter of his, and I believe that you are sitting with your pen and your paper ready for the Ona Brown experience, to be able to hear all of what I described that she does with World Impact Now. She is going to do tonight on this line. So let me just pause for a moment and see if our special guest has arrived. Miss Ona Brown, are you on the line?
Yes, I am on the line. Thank you kindly, Queen Stacy N.C. Grant.
Thank you, my beautiful sister. It's always great to hear your voice, and everyone that is on this phone tonight, they were excited. Some of them heard you in the last week and the other day with your father, and they're like, Ona is just amazing. They told friends, and those friends told friends, and they all joined us on the call tonight, ready to be inspired and take our front row ticket to Successville. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my sister.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and thank you for all of the wonderful work that you are doing to make a difference and how you support the vision of this call whenever time permits in your schedule. We love you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Love you back.
All right. So without any further ado, I just want to definitely reach out and say thank you all, everyone that's on the call tonight. Thank you for showing up. We've got our faithful listeners that have been listening in for quite some time. Some of you have been around for years. And then we have people that are newcomers that just say, wow, I just found out about this, or a friend told me about this, and I'm so glad, I'm so excited. So whatever the case may be, we just want to definitely send you a virtual big hug and say thank you for being on this call. Thank you for being a part of this vision of my Father's, that each and every Monday we would have a platform for powerful dreamers and visionaries to come together and to be able to definitely just share insights and information and knowledge and experience so that the listeners, the participants, might be able to take their lives to the next level and to be inspired and uplifted. There's so many different things that pull from us in this society on a day-to-day basis and take from who we are and drain us and leave us sometimes on the side of the freeway of life with our hazard lights on, wondering what happened and no way to get back on the freeway of life because we don't have enough fuel, or we don't have enough oil, or we don't have enough lubricants, or maybe our tire is flat. Maybe somebody ran us off the road because they were rude and insensitive. Whatever the case may be, it's just really good when you can have a place that you can come together to get refueled and replenished and uplifted. And so that's what I just encourage you to continue to do, and to also spread the word to others so that they might be able to do the same. And, you know, I'm thankful and inspired by where we are. I can't believe we're already in March. I don't know what's happening, but for me it seems as if time is moving so rapidly. And I find that the more projects that you have and the more people that you're connecting with and the more lives that you're impacting, time moves even faster. And so here we are in March. February breezed by, January breezed by, and we're in this opportunity of this third month of the year already to continue to set the tone for this to be the most magnificent year of your life. You have the ability to do that. We have expressed that to you time and time again, and we keep saying it over and over and over again. And you've got to say that to yourself over and over and over again. You need to visualize it and see it and decree it and know it and feel it and taste it, because you have the ability to do that for yourself. This is a new year still. This is your year still. You can make it what you want it to be. It's just going to require you to become who the world has been waiting on you to become. That's all you've got to do, and that's up to you. And you can do that by being very intentional about what you're doing with your time, like showing up on this call on a week-to-week basis, being very intentional about how you're pouring into yourself, reading positive things, listening to positive things, aligning yourself with positive people, looking at your goals and your visions, having your vision board very close to you so that you can see it on a day-to-day basis. And one of the key points that I want to make tonight, and I want you to write this down if you're able to write, if you're not driving or if you're not in the midst of something else, I want you to write this down, and that is, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That's right, because I have been thinking about this concept that's been coming to me about what's wrong with you. The very thing that is wrong with you might actually be the exact thing that's right with you, and that's the Ona Brown original. For all of the content thieves that are on the line, just make sure you give me credit at least 3 times. I sure appreciate it. What's wrong with you might be the very thing that is exactly what's right with you. And I say that because I was so inspired by Queen Lupita, who won the Oscar last night for supporting actress. And I was thinking about how she actually talked about being in a place where she was made fun of for a long time for being skinny, for having a dark complexion, all these different things that she didn't think was right with her, I'm sure at one point, all of a sudden became right. It went from being wrong to right. And I started to reflect on my own life. I remember being told that I talk too much. You talk too much. Why do you talk all the time? One time I had a teacher that told me I had to write 100 times, I will not talk while the teacher is talking. But that was, to me, the great opportunity for me to share what I had to share with my girlfriend, because I wanted to say what I had to say to her discreetly, lovingly, quietly, to the side, but I thought that would be a great time to have some side conversation, especially if she was sharing something that I already knew. This is what happens when your mind is moving rapidly and you already feel as if you got it. So you think, okay, well, let me go ahead and talk now. So I had to work on that. I had to work on being able to find ways to utilize that energy of talking all the time. And you see children, and oftentimes the very things that they get whoopings and spankings for, it's their gift. If they have a lot of energy, maybe that energy is going to be utilized as a doctor, or maybe it's going to be utilized as an attorney, or maybe utilized as a speaker, or as an author, or a dancer. We never know. But the very thing that you might at some point think is wrong with you can ultimately be the very thing that's right with you. I can remember being told I cried too much. I was too sensitive. I would watch cartoons and cry about the boat that couldn't float. I didn't understand, why can't that boat float? What's wrong with that boat? Yes, I would cry over the most silly, insignificant, seemingly insignificant things, but there was a sensitivity about me, even as a young girl, that didn't make sense to other people. And that very same sensitivity is now something that has positioned me, a gift that has positioned me to be able to work with clients as a coach on a whole different level, a mastery level. With next year being my 20th year of coaching, the intuition, the insight, the revelations, the things that come to me in the midst of coaching, in the midst giving this person what they need in order to cut away what's holding them back, and in order to trade in all of their good excuses for great results. That is a gift now. But it seemed as if it was something wrong with me. I didn't understand why I was so sensitive to people, why I would know things about them that I shouldn't even know, why I could feel someone else's pain that I didn't know from Adam. I don't run from that anymore. I'm not afraid of that anymore. I embrace that gift. I give thanks for being a woman who is in tune with herself and her femininity, and not afraid of being able to feel, and not afraid of being able to shed a tear, understanding that it is a gift and is a cleanser of the soul. So I'm no longer afraid of the thing that I thought was wrong with me, and understanding how beautiful and how right it is with me. I was told I was too nice. Some of you have been told you're too nice. Why you always doing stuff for people? Why you always helping people? What's wrong with you? Don't do that. People going to take advantage of you. Yes, it's true. People will take advantage of you. I've had some people that have taken advantage of me, and there are people on this line that's been taken, I'm sure, has had people take advantage of them. But the beautiful thing about that is each time you get an opportunity to learn, you get an opportunity to grow, you get an opportunity to stretch who you are and to give, and knowing that as you give, it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. I'm learning also how to not just confuse movement with progression, and not just to give because I can give, but to give because it is indeed something that I have been moved in my heart and my spirit to do. So now I know that there's a clear difference at this stage in my life between a move and a God move. So I don't just give just because I can anymore. I give when Spirit has spoken to me, and I have taken time to step back and become the witness and go within and listen and get a clear green light, a clear signal. Yes, this is where you are to invest your time. Yes, this is where you are to invest your energy. Yes, this is where you should invest your money. And I don't just do it just to do it. I'm doing it from a place of wisdom. But I was told that I was too nice and too sensitive, and I talk too much. And so I'm asking you, each listener on the line, each participant on this particular call, what's wrong with you? because the very thing that might be wrong with you might actually be the exact thing that is right with you. So don't run from that. Don't hold back on that. Don't cheat yourself of that. There's something in that came through you for a reason. It's a part of your unique divine makeup. It's the chemistry that makes you who you are, that nobody else can bring to the table. And so let's celebrate that and find ways to give ourselves our own Oscars. If nobody else is going to give you an Oscar and allow you to walk down the red carpet dressed up, then dress yourself up and walk across your little green carpet or your brown carpet or burgundy, or some of y'all got some Berber or some shag carpet. It might need to be changed, but that's like, it's your carpet. Walk across it. Dress yourself up. Award yourself for still being in this thing called life, for still coming back again and again, for still being a fighter and not giving up in the midst of it all. The other thing that I wanted to share with you tonight is the fact that you're enough. You are enough. And each and every one of us really get to remind ourselves of that on a day-to-day basis. Yes, we may not be everything we want to be. We may not have everything we want to have. We may not be living where we want to live. We may not be driving what we want to drive. We may not be with who we want to be with. But just love the one you're with in the meantime. Love the one you're with and love yourself and know that you're enough. And everything starts with you. Celebrating yourself starts with you. If you don't celebrate yourself, no one else will. No one else can. So just know that you are enough as you are. And it's okay that you may have inadequacies and you may have shortcomings. Learn to leverage that. Learn to align yourself with your areas of challenge. I don't call them weaknesses, but your areas of challenges, whatever they might be. If you're not good at organizing, find someone who that's their strength. If you're not good at crossing the T's and dotting the I's and the details, then get with some people that's their strength. If you don't have the ability to go in a room and work the room and outgoing personality, then be somebody's Batman if you can't. I mean, be somebody's right if you can't be the Batman, and just be their wingman as they work the room and grow from that. Grow from that energy and that light and push yourself and stretch yourself by connecting with people that have natural gifts, talents, and abilities that you are pushing and stretching yourself in. And all of a sudden you get better and better and better, and you learn more, and you grow through it instead of just going through it, and you begin to offset those things that may not be the way you necessarily want them to be. But it's okay. I just want to remind you that you are more than enough. And there may have been some people that told you a lie that you weren't, and I'm here to reverse that lie and tell you that you are. You're more than enough. You have everything you need. You're in this thing called life for a purpose, for a reason. And you have this particular season of your life. When we look at ourselves in March of 2014 and all the people that didn't make it this far, people that you've went and had to bury and cry tears for as you watch them get lowered into the ground because they have made their exit from this thing called life. You don't know how long you have. You don't know what might come tomorrow or what might be your challenge next week or next month or even next year. So you better dance, baby, dance. Shine, baby, shine. And give everything you have to this particular moment and stop holding back on yourself and stop holding back on life and stop cheating the world of who you are, thinking that you're not enough. I'm here to tell you you are. You're more than enough. And the other thing I wanted to share with you, as I was thinking about how this beautiful queen is just shining inside and out and glowing, Queen Lapita. This is a year of the underdog. I'm just saying that. I'm just putting it out there. I see it as that. There are some people on this line that some other people have counted you out, and they've written you off. And they thought you weren't going to make it, and they're probably thinking you still are not going to make it. And that's irrelevant. The question is, have you written yourself off? Do you understand how many times the underdog has come back and made a way out of no way, or has showed up and won against the giants? Think in terms of the story of David and Goliath. You know, that to me is an ultimate underdog story, because no one thought in a million years that this young man, David, could have something that would go up against the giant. And I'm telling you, there's a David in you. There's David this line, and there's Davettes on this line. And you have more in you than you can ever begin to imagine. And I don't know what giant you are facing. You might be facing a giant of foreclosure, the giant of bankruptcy, the giant of divorce, the giant of layoffs, the giant of a negative bank account, the giant of being evicted or having your car repossessed. You might be facing a giant of loneliness, or the giant of depression, or the giant of fear. Whatever your giant might be, it doesn't matter, because you can still win. And just know that if David won, that you can win too. There's all kind of amazing underdogs that have come out of nowhere and made it happen. People thought Southwest was a joke. Southwest ain't going nowhere. Southwest is here, baby. And these other airlines are shaking in their boots. So you have the ability to make your competition shake in its boots. Trust me on that. You might be facing a giant of cancer, sickness, whatever your giant is. I'm telling you that you can come back. This is your opportunity to come back in this year. And it's nothing like a beautiful comeback story. So if this is where you are in the midst of a comeback story, then come on and do it. Be the comeback kid that you are, and the comeback kid that you were designed to be. Rise up, make a difference, shine your light, know that you have what it takes. Mother Teresa said, what we do is less than one drop in the ocean. But if that drop were missing, the ocean would lack something. I repeat, what we do is less than a drop in the ocean. But if that drop were missing, the ocean would lack something. Thank you, Mother Teresa. Thank you for letting us know that our drop is required. We don't want the world to miss our drop, the ocean to miss our, because it will lack something if you don't shine, if you don't press forward, if you don't hold the vision, if you don't continue to step out into your particular vision. If it's about starting a business or writing a book or making a difference or helping your community or uplifting our youth or uplifting our elders or supporting the world in a better way, whatever that looks like for you, I just want to encourage you to know that you have what it takes. And we need you. And we're celebrating you. And so I just tell you, we're giving you a virtual Oscar for life, because you're still here and you haven't given up. And some of you have been misused, abused, and tossed around and actually played to the side, and all types of things have happened to you. And you've got scars and wounds, and you've got stories and all types of things. But in the midst of it, you're still standing. So I give thanks for you. And I want you to know that it's just about continuing the journey. Continue to press forward. Continue to make the difference. And understand that as you continue to make that difference, then the world will be a better place. And that's what we're here for, to make this world a better place before we leave, before we take our final exit from this thing called life. So I love you. We love you. We believe in you. We want the best for you. Continue to shine, make a difference, and reach out to someone else so that you can help them to do the same.
Well, Ona, I am handing you your Oscar tonight. And the Oscar goes to Ona Brown, the one and only. I told you, everybody, it's the Ona Brown experience. What a message. I just appreciate so much who you are, the love that you share through your message that is absolutely transformational for everybody that's listening. And you put the charge out for us to walk on our own carpets. You know, I was over here falling out. You said it might be shag. It might need to be changed, but it's your carpet. Walk on it. Absolutely love it. And yes, you are enough. Know that you're enough. And that drop in the ocean, oh my goodness. Oh, no, there were so many. My pen started running out of ink. And I just say to you, thank you for you knowing and realizing the uniqueness that you've been given to be this voice of change. You know, we love Les, and he is outstanding, but he better watch out now because Ona Brown is on the move.
Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. He gets nervous.
Well, I say thank you to you, just as we were so thrilled to see Queen Lupita receive her award. The same way we are proud to see you stand in the power of your voice and your message and share that in a way that's making a difference in the lives of so many and making your father proud and all of us proud, because ultimately the words that you speak life over those that you work with, those you interact with, and those who heard the message tonight. So, Ona, how can everybody stay connected? I told them a little bit about your show on Sunday nights and connecting, but how can they stay connected and get more inspiration from you?
They can actually go, we're on Facebook under Coach Ona Brown, and also we have Own Your Dreams with Ona Brown Radio Show on Facebook, as well as Ona Brown on Facebook. And on Twitter, it's Coach Ona Brown, YouTube, Coach Ona Brown, and then the website is www.onabrown.com. That's ONABROWN.com, ONA. So definitely, and also you can reach out and give us a call on our line at 305-999-5556. That's 305-999-5556. So definitely stay connected with us. And info@onabrown.com is the email, info@onabrown.com.
Thank you so much, Ona. I appreciate you sharing that information. And typically, you know, we don't have that much time to stay on the line, but I'll let you make the call a few minutes if you want to hear anyone give you a live applause for the Oscar that I've just given you for your presentation tonight.
That sounds good. Oh, before you do that, I want to make sure I mention again, every Sunday night from 9 to 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time, we do Own Your Dreams with Ona Brown, and it's an awesome show. We actually had an amazing featured guest last night by the name of Leslie Calvin Brown, Mamie Brown's baby boy, and he was awesome on the show. So definitely you want to tune in every Sunday night from 9 to 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time, and you can get the link for the radio show through onabrown.com.